Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're actually going to be taking a look at a few different editing practices or warm-ups. You know, whether you're just now getting on for the day and you're trying to warm up and you want to know kind of like the best ways possible, or if you've never really put any time or effort into editing whatsoever, these are really going to help you out. Now, before we actually get started with the video, I just want to go ahead and say that if you guys are new around here, make sure you do go ahead and subscribe, as I do post, you know, tips, tricks, everything like that. It's just stuff to like help you guys out. I also post, you know, like news updates and stuff like that, just to kind of keep you guys up to date. And yeah, with that out of the way, I also just want to go ahead and say that the footage you're about to watch, it was literally like the definition of me warming up. I literally had just woken up. I also didn't have my custom keybinds on whatsoever. So, you know, I was just trying to be like as raw as possible for all those beginners out there that, you know, maybe have never really focused on editing at all. And I can also go ahead and say that I believe editing is one of the things nowadays that really separates the skill gap. Because, you know, back in the day, we're back in like season 1, season 2, no one knew how to build. So if you knew how to build, you were seen as like, you know, an awesome player. You know, you were one of the best. But nowadays, everyone knows how to build, but not everyone knows how to edit nowadays. And I think that's really what separates people. Like if you can hit quick edits, like, you know, quick headshots, with like, you know, shotguns and stuff like that, and then quickly like edit down, or, you know, like edit into places, I think that's really what separates people nowadays. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Let's just go ahead and get right into the video.
Even sometimes, like, alright, like, I'll go out, even my own friends, like, my previous friends.
Alright, so now that we're actually inside of creative, which like I said, I believe that creative is one of the best places to go, either if, you know, you're just getting on for the day and you kind of want to get warmed up, or if you've never practiced editing at all, kind of like how I was. I believe that these right here are the 3 best things. As you can see, you can only see 2 right now, but the third one I will discuss kind of near the end. So the first one is this right here. I like to call this tunneling. I think that's what a lot of people call it, but, you know, you may end up calling it something different. Over here is pretty much just where you're sprinting up just a basic ramp and then, you know, editing your way through pyramids. The goal is, you know, honestly, the goal for all of these is to not stop whatsoever, but stopping will be necessary. So definitely stop if you need to, because someone that stops and takes their time with their stuff is always going to get a better time than someone that's just trying to, like, you know, just curve all around and just try to do their edits as fast as possible, and they keep messing up, and then, you know, like the course isn't done right. And yeah, so pretty much let me just go ahead and demonstrate what I'm talking about on this first one whenever I say tunneling. All right, so now actually what you're going to want to do is at first you're going to want to go ahead and get yourself a bandage or just something you can hold that will prevent you from accidentally switching to your pickaxe, and then return, like, destroying one of the structures. So how this is going to go, you know, in order to build it, you're going to want to go wall, ramp, and then I'm not really too sure what people call the little flat piece, you know, the ones that can be used as floors, but I'm just going to call them a roof. And then you're going to cone, and then after that's going to go roof, and then it's just going to repeat. So just repeat that entire part and make it as long as you want. And now I'm going to show you guys actually how to do it. I'm not going to go fast at all. I'm actually going to go very slow just to kind of like explain it, because when I was first starting out doing this, the person I watched just flew through it, and I kind of had to like learn it by slowing down the video to like 0.25 speed and then watching what he was doing. So what you're actually going to do is that you're going to start and then just edit this. Now you may see I am editing it a little differently, and then you're going to edit that, and then edit that, and then edit down, and then it's pretty much just repeat. And I believe this is called tunneling, but, you know, it seems like everyone has different names for everything nowadays. And then pretty much just do the same thing over and over and over. Now what I can say is that you will end up getting stuck, and I am using, like I said, default controls. So I don't have anything that allows me to instant edit, which, you know, just for the purpose of this video, I'm just not using. I'm just using just the basics, just to kind of show that everyone can do this, and you actually can get very fast without having, like, instant edits. If you guys want me to make a video on, you know, like custom edits or custom like controller binds that allows you to actually instant edit, then let me know. So now that we're actually at the end of the course, now what you're going to want to do, and what I recommend doing, is going back and resetting all of it. And even with instant editing on, I don't think I can run and perfectly like edit all of this without stopping. And that what you just saw right there where I accidentally pulled out my builds for a wall, that will happen a lot if you don't have like custom editing. Pretty much what happens is that your edit button is bound to your kind of pull out builds button, and in return can have you accidentally build walls and stuff like that. That's why having custom keybinds for your controller is a really good idea. But I know a lot of people hate change, and because, you know, like custom keybinds have only been out for, you know, a few seasons now, a lot of people still haven't made the change. So now actually once you're done with resetting all that, just kind of go back and just try to run and like reset all the builds. This is what I always like to do. It's just one of those small things that kind of just like gets you, like, not get you in the hang of it, but it kind of like gets your muscle memory on your fingers in the hang of it. As I know, like whenever you first start out, you're gonna be hitting all sorts of buttons, especially like where the only kind of advantage right now I have is that I am using a scuff. If you don't know what those are, then I don't know if you're living under a rock, but a scuff is pretty much a controller that just has like extra paddles on the back that kind of just allows you to have you know, kind of like a little bit of an advantage when it comes to people that don't have it, just because you have more buttons on your controllers that you can reach more easily, or just, you know, whatever the word is, I'm not too sure. So now actually once we're done with this, just go back through it, and honestly if I were you, like I would just keep doing this over and over and over. Like when I first started out, I think I did this course for about 2 to 3 hours straight, like just this one thing. And I went from literally not being able to edit this correctly to, you know, just flying through it. It's super easy. The one tip I will give is that you may see right here, I'm actually starting down from the bottom and going up. The reason I do that is because if you actually start from the top and then go down, whenever you come out, you're looking down, and then you're gonna have to look up, and by that time you're usually in the center, which can sometimes, you know, mess you up. So I always recommend starting from the bottom and actually going up. Plus, if you're actually utilizing this in combat and you go to edit a wall down, you're actually going to end up right here, and you're going to end up like looking down, so your reticle is not going to be up and like ready. So what you're actually going to do is that you're going to want to actually start from the bottom and go up. So if you are in combat and you do have a weapon, your weapon is going to be pointing like right at wherever you're coming out at, especially if there's an enemy waiting for you. So that's why I always recommend editing from the bottom to the top. And then right here on this part, what you're going to want to do is that you're going to want to edit that first part. It's super simple. Now if you try to do it again, you will grab on to the second one, so the cone, but sometimes that actually won't happen, and especially whenever you first start, it's definitely not going to happen. You're going to end up, you know, missing out on a bunch of it, and you're going to end up getting frustrated. So what you're actually going to want to do is that edit and then kind of slightly move up just a tad bit, and then get your fingers in the rhythm of just immediately re-editing. And then of course, you know, like doing the roof is super, you know, self-explanatory. You literally just look down, grab it, and then go. All right, so now actually moving on to the second part, what you're gonna wanna do is that you're gonna wanna go ahead and kind of just build a straight ramp, and then just kind of put cones in it. Super self-explanatory, super easy. If you wanna make it a little bit more difficult, you can put, you know, like roofs or kind of floors beneath the cone, whatever you call them. But for this purpose of the video, I'm just going to use cones. So like I said, the number one thing is starting out slow, going slow, you know, stopping and making sure that you're hitting that edit. What that's going to do is that it's going to kind of like force your fingers, or like, you know, like I said, your muscle memory to remember actually what to hit. And then over time and just over, you know, just constant playback and playback, you're going to get the hang of it, and you're gonna end up like pretty much being able to run through the entire course. Right there, like I said, I'm grabbing onto something else because I don't have my custom keybinds on, but I'm not afraid to show you guys like the parts that I fail, as I really don't care. Plus it's natural, it happens. All right, so now time for the third step. So the third step is going to be to do 90s, and then once you're at the very top, you're then going to want to edit all the way down. I feel like this is actually really beneficial, as I've actually used this in game quite a bit. Pretty much, you know, you've 90'd up to wherever you're doing, you know, wherever you're at. And then someone starts, you know, rocket launching or, you know, grenade launching you down. And instead of jumping off the side and say you don't have glider redeploy and taking all that damage, you can quickly edit a few floors, even if you don't have time to edit all the way down, and it will actually end up saving you a bunch of, you know, fall damage health. So I'm actually not going to demonstrate my 90s here, as my 90s are, you know, trash. So I'm still working on those, but whenever you go to edit down, it's super simple, but it can actually save you time because, you know, say you're in battle and you're getting shot down and you hear your floor is breaking, you know, if you can do this super quick and get down to say right here, you just went from taking literally death to taking, you know, maybe 20 damage. So, you know, death to 20 damage, and that's a whole lot of a difference, especially, you know, if you're late game. And with all that out of the way, I hope you guys did go on to enjoy the video. You know, if you guys learned anything new, or if you guys are going to, you know, use these warm-ups, let me know by dropping a like on the video so I know you guys like these type of videos. Also, if you guys want me to make a video on a few different things, ranging from what edit courses I actually use, as I have been using, you know, a good amount lately that range from beginner to expert, just to kind of, you know, improve in areas that I need improving on. Also, my custom edit keybinds, or whatever the heck you want to call it, my controller keybinds, they're pretty much a cut, copy, paste of Ghost Aiden's. So if you guys have ever seen his keybinds, and you know what mine are, but I still don't mind making a video on it for you guys. And with that out of the way, I hope you guys did go ahead and enjoy the video. If you guys do want more of this, like I said, let me know in the comment section below so I know you guys want more of this, as this is kind of like the first video I've made of this type. And with that out of the way, I hope you guys did enjoy the video one last time, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.